Good morning. Welcome in, everybody. How's it going? I see we've got a VVox. Hi, VVox. Good morning. Halfd0rk, how are you? Welcome in, friends. Tom Voxel's here. How's it going? Noble-RK, how you doing? Hey, yo, OG Shakespeare. Welcome in, everybody. I just had pizza for breakfast. It's gonna be a good day. A good Monday.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Hey, Garnikin. What's up, dude? Buying that creator coin. Thank you very much. So, I've had some weird, lag this week. And I'm unsure if this is going to carry over into my stream. So, if it lags, do let me know. Because I'm just curious if it will. Because, yeah, OBS is already telling me I've dropped quite a few frames, so I'm trying to tweak my settings to accommodate.
I can answer that
for money. But thank you, Garnikin, for buying a creator coin. I'll go ahead and write that down. We do still have another one for sale, if anybody wants it. And another one. Let's see here. It's Monday, so I'm going to enable the Monday meme. I'm gonna try and find a meme for every day. Yo, Nervex, what up?
Somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Hey, escape room artist, how's it going? Good morning. Nick Skull's here. How's it going, Nick Skull? Welcome in. GDR Anorak, what's up, dude? Frederick, guess what? You should type your name with a command in front of it, an exclamation point. Welcome in, Frederick. And Nervex as well. Hey, OG, I bet you're close. Get them points. So, today, we're going to be working in the Iron Gauntlet. Change it up. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I've been exploring a new feature. And that feature includes kind of checkpoints. So let me just show you what I was testing over the weekend. So, Frederick, I'm gonna just make sure your command works. Hey, Roxy, what's up, dude? Maybe I spelled your name wrong. Let's see, Frederick. Oh no, did it not save? Frederick. I think I misspelled your long name, but you could just do Frederick. I have VIPs enabled. I've got the Walmarts. Frederick. I did test it last night. But here we go, I'll type it in.
It's time for Daddy to make some funny.
For the
Hey, PG Live, what's up, dude? Good morning. Andy
it's time
Jack.
For Daddy to make some funny.
For the
Welcome in, Andy Jack. Roxy as well. Welcome, guys. Hey, Roxy got a coin. Let's go. Congrats, Roxy. I do have a little bit of an update on what you can spend creator coins with. And I think this one will be channel points. So channel points and creator coins are going to be their own two different kind of categories of rewards. So VIP is a channel point reward. Creator coins are a giveaway reward, as well as, you know, an exclusive thing that you can purchase if you're here early. And so I started tampering with AI art generation. Let me see if I can find a sample real quick. So we are going to have a 2023 type of kind of minting and NFT line. And so here is one of the orcs that I made using artificial intelligence. And so these are going to be our channel point reward. And I might, you know, for the first couple, allow people to spend their creator coins on these as well. I'll probably keep it cheap because we want to try and get through all 2023, you know? So probably 20k channel points or 2 creator coins. And you can buy multiples. You can buy more than one. I'll do an RNG roll where it's like you'll roll a number, I'll mint that quote-unquote number, and we'll probably do it in batches of 100. So it's like we're rolling a 1d100 is the word. Looks cool. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it. Is that Midjourn? No, this is just an AI dorky orc. So I put in for an AI kind of like art generator, like show me a dork orc, and this is what came up. So this is like the official first test, I guess you could say. And thank you, Nick Skull, I appreciate that. And you guys like it, V likes it, Garnican likes it, Nervex likes it. Oh, the app. So the app is called Midjourney. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Vivox. It's you forgot the Y, so it was like Midjourn is like the like a person. I guess my brain just didn't put it together. Keeper Top Shot, what's up, dog?
Oh hey.
Oh hey.
Keeper Top Shot from Twitch.
What's up?
Hey, what's good? And I hope you guys like Frederick's meme. He picked it out, and I was floored.
It's time for Daddy to make some funny.
For the
Alright, so today I wanted to show you the checkpoint system I was working on. And with my blood clots, I have a idea for introducing them without having it clutter the screen. So I wanted to show you. Yeah, PG Live, I still have about a week's worth of things to send out. Trust me when I say there's not really anything you can do with it right now. But thank you for keeping it in mind. I do have it all written down. So trust me on that. Counter Trolls, go west. Welcome in, my friends. What the? That hurts, says Keeper. Classic. Dale 2? What's Dale 2, Tom? Tell us more. What's up, Nick Skull? Okay, so with our blood clots, when I get close, it introduces a quest. So the quest actually says something along the lines of like, oh, these floating blood orbs heal you. And, you know, it seems to have like some sort of arcane presence. But when you pick it up, we can see it allows me to remove that from my screen. All I have to do is hit enter, and it's basically like a tip. So I'm probably going to have a couple of those types of tips in this game. And then from my quest with the Purple Wizzy, I'm going to give the player a moving checkpoint. So what that means is the player can pick up this grimoire, this spell book. They can put it down wherever they like. And let's just say you're fighting a boss. If you chose to help the Purple Wizzy, and you brought this with you, if everything's set up correctly, it's going to spawn me back at the grimoire, so I can just immediately start fighting the boss again. If you're closer to a different checkpoint, however, then you're going to spawn there instead. PG Live, I know you want that coin. I got you, buddy. What's Dele 2? Dale 2. Oh, I see, Tom. Okay. So the one I'm using is on Discord, and it's called Midjourney. Dizzy introduced it to us, and it's $30 per month for unlimited images. You get 50 images free, so if you guys want to test out AI generative art, it's incredibly fun, and you're going to get addicted, and you're going to want to spend the money. but you at least get 50 free. So I'll go ahead and just drop that link in chat if you guys want to play around with AI generative art. So here is their website. You basically click one button and get a Discord invite. But this is what I made, and it's incredibly easy to use. All you do is you type a command word into their Discord /imagine space dorky orc. Looks like my internet is being weird.
Are you challenging me?
You challenging me? Yeah, guys, this is exactly what's happening. This is what was happening all weekend. Internet's been cutting in and out, so I gotta see what's going on. Hey Fashul, what's up, dude? Yeah, I mean, I can show you guys real quick how to kill the monkey. I thought it was very interesting how he did it, and because the contest is over, I don't see why I couldn't. The only thing is I don't believe he unlocked the experiences.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondoos.
Meads, what's up, dude? Welcome in. Apex Mick, how's it going? Welcome. Welcome, friends. So, yeah, my internet. Something's up. I should actually turn it off and on again. You know, surprisingly enough, that might fix things. So, before I start getting into the flow of building my game, I do want to see if we can defeat Wukong once more. Right, yeah, Keeper Top Shot knows what's up. A few hours ago on Discord, he said he republished the experience. Well, fantastic, Tom. So for those of you that do not like spoilers, you should probably look away. I don't know what page it's on, though. I'm just guessing. I might have already passed it. Let's go! We'll go to 40. If anybody knows what page it's on, let me, hit me up. Just skimming. Dead. No. Data Sim contest. Cool, we found it. And yes, that is a updated thumbnail. So I do think we get to play it. A noisy noob, what's up?
I love lamp.
Just want to say hi, Meads. I hope you're doing well too. Thanks for stopping in, saying hi. I love all the updates you've been giving us with your Cinema 4D and After Effects progress and what you've been making. And if you you're always welcome in the Sam fam. So, okay, so with this contest, this first game, this first riddle was all in game, and so I think there were some hints that didn't really connect with people. So I'm going to kind of walk through it in a way that a first person, their first time playing might experience the world, but there's a very specific hint that you have to have been looking at. So what I was stuck on for a while, because it did take me a couple hours to solve this, keep in mind. Like I saw that you could push this guy around. So for the longest time, I was like, oh, I gotta feed this guy to Wukong. Because you can literally like push him, and I thought that was interesting because I haven't really explored this type of mechanic, but he's got the prey feature, and I believe he's got some sort of mechanic attached to him. So in my mind, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna really like need to be used. And unfortunately, there was like literally no use for this dude. So I was like, I'm gonna go feed you to the giant monkey. Nothing happens. So that I spent like an hour on. Let's see, what else did I spend time on? Yeah, I thought I had to do like some meth lab stuff with this mineral data converter. So I was like trying to mix all the various products together. Like there's O2 over here. So I was like, oh, look at these sugar cubes. So there's a lot of hints that don't do anything. They're just like fake. There's a word for it. It's like a red herring. My internet. Internet is fun. Yeah, I might have to restart it. I think during the halftime I'll restart it, or maybe after the next time it does this. So, this is like the big hint right here. So I know some of you did solve this puzzle already, but hypothetically speaking, like when you look at this, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you read hint as is? Like you're looking at it, it says the word hint on the wall. Maybe my brother's like mining crypto or something. Okay. So you see this word on the wall, hint. So when you see this, the first thing I noticed was that it was a different texture, different color. And then I noticed, oh, it's made of stone. So it's got the stone texture of those blocks. Sparky! Sparky Snickle, thank you very much. Coming in hot with the resub. So Sparky, if you didn't recall, if you sub as of this month, you get a creator coin. So I'm going to write down your name. Apex says, I was wondering, are you able to put a link on an asset in GameMaker to take people to your online shop? So, you can take people to external sites through QR codes. Woohoo! So, QR codes, you know, as you know, you take your phone and you would hold it up to the screen, scan the code. But that is not, you know, immediately accessible in the Sandbox. Instead, the Sandbox allows you to point people to the Sandbox marketplace. So if I were to open up the NFT inventory here, like we can see by hovering over any of these assets, I can view asset page. And so that is immediately allowed in the Sandbox, where it's like you're clicking a button. But if you're going to an external website, you could do a QR code. And again, that's like people bringing their phone up to the computer screen and taking that picture. Cool. So here's the hint. You can see up on the top level, there is a stone wall. There are 2 stone walls. So the first thing that should come to mind is like, what do those walls represent? What do they mean? And so what helped me to understand this riddle, or, you know, puzzle, I should say, is that these stone walls, there's nothing about them that's special. However, they're both like on a certain kind of midpoint, so that might mean that there's something in the middle. And so for the longest time, I was trying to look and find what was in the middle of these 2 stone platforms. And so that meant I had to get up there on the 2nd floor. So to get up on the 2nd floor, you have to take this ladder. Then you click this button. I did find a fun kind of hack, but I don't want to show that because I'm going to use that hack to get high scores on the alpha. So you guys don't have to worry about that. Do not worry. So this is like the one grabbable object that you can see. And I was like, okay, I have to get on the right side over there. And so I place that there, and then I run back around. Oh, 24K, what's up, my guy? Dang, missed it. So we wait patiently. Oh yeah, Tom, the Stonewall, they have QR codes too, that's true. Although I think those are fake QR codes. V, because I thought about it and it made me giggle. So I had to at least share the thought. Igura, welcome! Sorry, Igura, my internet has been weird lately. So I kind of put it a little bit too far out there, but I'm going to try running jump. Crap.
Really, on a scale of 1 to 10,
You are an 11. So V actually brought it to my attention that you can destroy these. V, did you lie to me? Anyway, I gotta just show you the answer. I'm not gonna waste my time. Want to hit? Oh, Xero, I'm good. I'm actually showing people, you know, my thought process. Because I did solve the hint, or the puzzle. And so, let me just summarize. There is nothing in that corner, but there's nothing in this top section corner. So I'm not going to just go through the motions of trying to jump over there. Instead, you have to look down here. And so, if you were just spending a lot of time in this corner looking for something, you'll eventually notice this white arrow right here. There's just a floating arrow. And so, when you notice this, the first thing is like, oh, I gotta jump onto it. But, once you notice it, you can also take the ladder. Oh my god, dude. My internet, why? So, you basically notice the white arrow in the corner there. Hey, Woke Zombie, what's up? They could have changed it. Probably be. So, you'll notice the white arrow. You can restart the game. And you can actually pick it up. It's an object. And so, with this white arrow object, you'll take it up to the second floor. You do need the ladder to get up there still. The ladder, it's just got a like kill switch on it, so you couldn't take it with you. Like, I've tried to cheese the game where it's like, and by cheese I mean basically cheat, you know, like abuse mechanics. Unfortunately, you do have to expend the ladder, but you can at least pick up this invisible object. So this is literally like the crux of the entire puzzle, is this invisible object which I'm holding. And so once you have this, you can complete this puzzle. So this one here is a jump puzzle, where you have to place, crap, that's enough. You place objects in between so that you can jump across. I do think I have to reset this one. No, I don't think I can make it. And so with the invisible object, man. Hey, Jayona. Yo, my internet is just not having a good time. So I might restart my internet, see if that helps. It will always be a secret.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Cartros, is that why somebody's tagging me? It might be Gickus, could be. It's been doing this all weekend, so I gotta attempt to solve it. That's true, Garnican. I'd rather do it now with this lag. Yes, exactly, Goa. So you had to find the invisible object that was hidden in between those two gray rocks on the side of the land. And so, yeah, it just took a little bit of like searching, and eventually, like, I'll let you guys figure out the rest, but ultimately you have to jump over here pick up a certain item and then find where that goes, and then you can finally defeat Wukong. Oh my god. So it looks like my internet needs a reboot. Be right back. I'm waiting to see it come back. There it goes. Page 20 plus-ish. Starting internet. Sending. Did I lose internet again? No!
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Okay. We should be better. It does look like I'm still dropping some frames, so we'll see what happens. But, internet has been a pain this weekend, but welcome back, everybody. So, just to kind of summarize everything that happened, we found where the hidden object was with Wukong. We've jumped across, we picked up a air conditioner, and now we're jumping over and into this section here. So you have to fall down into this hole. And then when you fall in, you'll notice this USB. So you have to pick up the USB, and you'll be like, wait, I can't walk through that. So you have a couple options here. You can probably get some momentum and drop it in a certain direction. But what seems to be the most efficient way is you just walk up to this wall, drop it, and it's going to fall to the bottom. So it's like on the opposite side of the wall. And then you can off yourself and spawn at the bottom where the USB will be waiting for you. Thank you, Tom. Keeper, hey, what's up? Late for the stream again? Oh, man. It could, honestly, Woke Zombie, that might help. It seems to, like, just cut out randomly. And I'll just tell you guys something. My Wi-Fi box, or not even Wi-Fi, like, because I'm directly plugged in, the power cable was a little bit loose. So I'm kind of hoping that's what it was. And that we just fixed it, but we'll see. So this was a fun riddle. I imagine most people just guessed their way through it, and in fact I did guess my way through it. But then I looked it up, and this was a code that you had to input in order to get the glider up and running. And I almost dropped that. There we go. So then when you get up here, you hand off the USB, and then you can go kill Wukong. Tipsy did it. Honestly, Vvox, Tipsy has a lot to do with my internet problems because she sleeps right next to the box. There's no telling what cats will do. But welcome back, everybody. Thank you for your patience. I did want to restart that just in case it might fix things. So we can see, bringing the USB here finishes the quest. Now we can actually kill this guy. And for the longest time, I spent probably an hour, maybe 2, on like bringing him to locations. Like I would bring him over to the judge. Because once he's vulnerable, and so now you can see I can hit him. I was like, okay, so he's got to have a purpose because he's following me this far. And then once you get like past a certain radius, he just stops following you. Thank you, Fashul. But I hope that helped, Fashul. I mean, once you beat this guy, we'll see if he still gives the code to continue. I'm curious if Gikas allows us to, you know, play the game once more. And 1000 HP is kind of a lot when the fight is pretty boring. So this is
challenging me?
I'm challenging you, bruh. But this is why I started working more on combat mechanics. Because it's like, I'm sitting here just parrying attacks, and then clicking my left mouse button. Congrats on defeating Monkey King. Contest is over anyways, but you did a good job. Follow on Twitter. Okay, so you guys do not get to continue the riddle game, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a shame. Because he has like a whole series of forms on his website. And things that you have to fill out in terms of like more puzzles, more riddles. But you can still play his second and third Sandbox games. So this was phase 3 and 4 respectively. Phase 2 was all on his website. So we'll see if his stuff is still up. So, on page, I wonder if he did take it down. Before we say goodbye, this is the last round. So if you guys want to play the last round, very difficult. In fact, I am a little bit frustrated with how he, you know, set up one of the riddles. Because I'll just give you a hint, it required you to exit the game. And I thought everything was inside of the game, much like the Wukong experience, much like this other experience. So this is phase 3. So if you guys are interested in playing the other 2 riddle games, Synthetic Mythology.test is phase 3. Phase 2 is online, but unfortunately, this Wukong did not give the code to get onto that online phase 2. So phase 3, page 7, Synthetic Mythology.test is a different riddle altogether. People have been nicknaming it the pool ball riddle, so you'll understand it when you see it. And then phase 4, the last round, before we say goodbye. And it's on page 6, so 6 and 7. Both of them are fantastic riddles. Be prepared to spend a lot of time. I spent several hours on them, so. Okay. Equip the cool cape. Oh, true, Tom. That would have helped. Where to use the code? The code was on the website. So, Zombie, you had to go on to his website and basically go through a couple of more riddles, and then he would ask for that code. And when you get that code, it allows you to move on to the next phase. Yeah, I agree, Vvox. That might have helped. You know, made it more immersive. Yeah, the drag shape puzzle got a lot of people stuck, Woke Zombie. Paper assets is for Gickus. That's a great opportunity, Keeper Top Shot. Thanks for sharing. Let's see if I can find that real quick on Twitter. But thanks everybody for joining. I apologize for my internet. I hope it doesn't cut out anymore. It seems like I'm still dropping a few frames here and there. So this is Gickus, who hosted this riddle competition. Paper asset, pick one asset, finish it, and then you're free. Big size, very detailed assets in demand. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, speaking of which, spoilers, I'm going to be doing something similar for my projects. I'm going to be using Sandstorm. As you all know, Sandstorm has a builder's proposal section. Yeah, these are beans, I suppose, but I'm going to... The dogs are barking at something. And Woke Zombie, thank you very much. Woke Zombie, I'm writing your name down, thank you. So, restarting the stream gives you guys more opportunities to buy coins, I suppose. But, again, build proposals are on Sandstorm website. I'm going to put out a asset order, much like how Gickus is doing. Write that down. Write that down. So if you guys are interested, stay tuned for that. And let's just say if you're in the Sand Fam, you'll probably have a unfair advantage. Sneaky Woke. You knew it, Woke. Hey, Escape Room Artist. Yes, I'm back. It's my darn internet. Hey, Drakusha. What's up? Alright, so where we last left off before I got distracted, and then I was like, oh, let me show you how Wukong works, and then my internet cut out every 5 minutes. So, over here, a couple things. We have our blood clots, that when you pick one up, it's going to give you that quest that you can then validate. So the validation thing is something I'm going to incorporate with a couple mechanics. So it's basically telling you, hey, these things can heal you. Press enter to validate. When you press enter, it just removes it from your screen. The other thing was this grimoire, which is essentially a free respawn point that you can put anywhere. So you can technically, you know, like even jump across like a wide gap, and you'll spawn back on your grimoire. And so maybe I'll have like a secret area associated with that. Well, at the same time, you're not going to get your grimoire back unless you have a way to respawn it. So I'm going to try and figure that out. Up here, we're going to have a little quest hub. And I was also probably going to purchase some big assets to decorate.
All probing on me.
Hey, Mark, what's up?
Voxmaker Mark. That should be your catchphrase.
Welcome in, Mark. So around here, we'll have like a kind of like a swampy area. I was also thinking about decorating the bottom area down here. However, because of the amount of faces on this giant wall here, so you can see these large walls that descend down past the bottom of the floor, mind you. So like, that's why I'm dying as I fall, is because that's the literal bottom of the land. So these kind of columns, these prison towers, I think this is the name of the asset, I need to replace those. And here's why. They are not only large, they have a ton of faces. I would imagine each of these is like 3,000 faces. And the whole reason I'm using them is to hide my dragon. But I imagine it's also going to lag some people's games. So I'm going to make my own homemade version just to hide the dragon. And then we're probably going to delete all of them except for this one. So this one can stay, this tunnel. Kind of like the tunnel. Cool. Any questions? Wicked! What's up, yo? Welcome in, Wicked. And VoxMakerMark, how are you? Escape Room. Thank you, everybody, for popping back in. We're probably going to take a quick break and play some Marblaze. Everybody likes Marblaze. Honestly, oh no. Well, Zombie, as soon as I read that, my internet started cutting out. Oh, jeez. Why? Okay. So, that being said, we're going to go ahead and take that marbles break, and I'm going to ask around. See if anybody knows anything about the internet. Cats eating the Wi-Fi. Could be, honestly. Yeah, Sparky, we were just looking at that. Thank you for sharing the link. So if anybody's interested in, Halfd0rk, Gickus has started a voxel kind of a commission, which is, I highly recommend if you want to, earn a couple bucks. Send them your portfolio. So hopefully you have a portfolio by now. Let's go. Yeah, PG Live, you put together a contest, you're welcome to share it here. I don't see why not. So if you guys want to play, however, we're playing marbles. Just to break up our stream, usually around 9 o'clock. You guys can hop on in. And Apex says, I was wondering if it was possible to put a link on an asset in Game Maker to take people to your online store. So I did answer this, but I think the lag cut it out. But Apex, you can put a QR code in-game that people can take their phone, scan it. There is no way to hyperlink something to where they can click it. You could type in the URL, so they would have to then type it in themselves. Or you can make an asset. So any Sandbox assets, you can link to themselves in the Sandbox Marketplace. And so what you could do is on that Sandbox Marketplace page for the specific asset, you could put a link. So there's a couple of solutions, Apex. Hey, Kingston dude, what's up? Big Jura, welcome back. Zumzy! How's it going, Zumzy? Welcome in, everybody. Missed the answer of jumping on that little arrow. So, go west. After you jump on the little arrow, you're hopping across those platforms on the second floor. Once you've reached that opposite side, you fall down, you find the USB. Then the USB you take to all those scientists talking up at the top. Vicarious! Welcome in. Hoddle's in, let's go. Alright, I'm gonna go and start this one. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Sorry about my internet. Unfortunately, I'm still dropping frames. About 10%. That's not a good sign. But good luck, everybody. You guys are going to get a stop motion race. Well, exactly. The ladder glitch is a forbidden technique. Okay, so everybody's falling down this kind of metallic plinko machine here. Looks like Kingston, the first one out. Drop that dun-da-da! I have yet to drop my dun-da-da, Halfd0rk. When does it drop? Does it drop when it's hot? Oh, Voxmaker Mark now in the lead. Already at the finish line. Let's go. GG, Mr. Mark. Congratulations. GG. Oh, we suck again. GG. Alright, don't worry guys, we're gonna be playing more. Hey, Vitefo, what's up, dude? That was a fast one, that's true. Skidoosh. Let's try again. It said my season was disabled. This is our current leaderboard: Noble, Maxi, and Philip, followed by Go West, Wet Noodle, and OG. But the top 3 are all getting Sandbox assets. Excuse me. Let's go. Community maps. We'll try, this one, because 83% of you are about to die. Statistically speaking, that's almost all of you. And I know statistics. What is that? That's art. That's what that is. Okay, where's everybody? Alright, good luck. Hop on in if you want to play. Exclamation point play to play. We won't wait too long here. Make sure to put some dance music on, so you can drop your dun-da-dun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 10. Statistically speaking, 100% of us. Tom, that is unless we figure out immortality and uploading our consciousness to the internet. Hey! But who knows? There's a lot of sci-fis that, play with that idea. Have you guys ever seen Altered Carbon on Netflix? That has inspired a lot of my sci-fi kind of work. Looks like Sparky Snickle's leading the pack. Everybody's kind of like clumped up together here. Whee! Man, everybody literally is like right next to each other. That just makes it more fun. Have you watched Upload? No, Halfd0rk, should I? Go West likes it? Yes, Go West. OG likes it too. Yeah, Altered Carbon was probably my favorite sci-fi in the recent years. But I'll check out Upload, Halfd0rk. Caratros, what if you upload your consciousness to a marble? Yeah, Caratros, what if these are just trapped souls that were serving us? Hey, Jayona! Wait, no, that was Sparky that won. Sorry, Jayona! Also, where's everybody else? Did everybody else die? Yeah, no, probably in the fire. Yeah, the fire might kill you. Looks like Halfd0rk is still, hodling. You alright there, Halfd0rk? The finish line is the other way. Let me see if I can move you with the camera. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. So Halfd0rk seems to be stuck. You know what? At least you tried, Hill. I can't really move you, so we have to wait it out. We have to wait a minute so everybody gets their credit. Because I think if I leave, Sparky doesn't get her points. Just chilling. I gotta blow my nose. I guess I'll be right back.
Okay, guys. Good job, Sparky Snickle. GG! Okay, we're gonna play another one. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, everybody. We're gonna play another one. So, hey, Electronics is in. Hi, Electronics. Welcome. How are you? Are points working again? I think
It's
so.
time for Daddy to make some funny.
Oh, yeah. Daddy. Hey, welcome in, Daddy. Okay, so let's go hop in another one. Let's go to Aggressive Boost Armageddon, shall we? Okay. Well, I hope everybody's having a nice Monday. Hello, I'm a Halfd0rk. You look amazing. Oh, thank you, Electronics. Takes amazing to know amazing. All right, exclamation point play if you guys want to play. Hop on in, everybody. Don't worry, I'm a patient one. I can wait. We'll just wait a couple minutes. Or seconds. No, minutes are too long. Oh, Vicarious. Oh, how is the House of the Dragon? No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet. Karatos, that's my head. Wobbly head? What do you mean you're Vex? Am I wobbling? Lucas is right. How you doing? How's it going, Lucas? Show him that special merchandise. Hey, oh, Lucas, guess what? I've been playing with that AI stuff as well. I'm going to be minting some fantasy races using artificial intelligence. Check it out. That's a dorky orc. Looks so cute. Oh, thank you, Vicarious. But welcome in. Oh, Lucas is a pro with the AI stuff. Welcome back. So, I hope that my internet doesn't cut out on us. But good luck, everybody, in the races. This will be the last one of the day. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wicked, that's the wrong way. Wicked. Rip. Alright. First down the poop chute. That's a Vitefo. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of momentum. I think people are gonna die here. Whoa, there goes somebody. Oh, okay, everybody's dying. That's no good. Is that intentional? I don't think that's intentional. Well, Vox Machina, it's up to you. You're literally the last one alive. And now you're dead. Okay, so we're gonna pick a different race now. That's my bad. That's a my bad. Everybody's dying. Just goes to show. You gotta carve your own path. You can't just be following people, you know. Don't you know?
Sounds like somebody's
Got a case of the Mondays. Let's try this one. Well played. Okay, everybody, let's try it again. Let's try it one more time. Okay, here we go. Exclamation point play if you guys want to play. What is this? Looks like you guys all fall down here. What? Vox Machina buying a coin. Thank you, Vox Machina. I appreciate it. Mr. Machina. That voice is sexy. Oh, thank you, PG Live. I'm from Wisconsin. So it looks like you gotta fall your way down, and then whoever gets, you know, the first to the slip and slide, you slide down and into the funnel of love, and down through this Space Mart, you know, like Rainbow Road here, and then take a little fork turn in the road, slip and slide down and into the pit, the victory pit. Okay, let's give it a try, shall we? All right, starting. 10 seconds. Hey, what's up, 9A, 7A? All right, here they go. Look at them go. Oh, it's all falling down. Oh, there's woke zombie. Hope you see your name. Good luck, everybody. Oh, woke zombie gets the straight and narrow path here, literally skipping over the entire obstacle. Wow. There he goes. Is anybody gonna catch him? Oh, looks like Electronics, an escape room artist, and Halfd0rk. Everybody's giving it a try. But woke zombie's still way in front. V-Box a little bit closer than the rest. Oh, and Apex. Here he goes. Wahoo! Oh, geez. The shenanigans. Here he goes. Look at him go. Whee! That's a win for woke zombie. Oh, GG. GG, woke zombie.
Woke zombie, will you share your syringe with me?
I would share my syringe with that boy any day. Congratulations. GG!
GG!
Told ya. All right, let me write your name down. Congratulations. GG! Does anybody remember who won the last one? I remember everybody dying. That was very memorable. Oh, I gotta sneeze real quick. One sec. Oh, man. You ever just clear the boogers out of your head and you just immediately feel better? Here comes Tom. Tom, take your time, Tom. No. Please. Take your time. Oh, here we go. Speed run. Yeet. Hey, woke zombie. No, oh, Wicked died first. Yeah, that doesn't count. Sparky before the everyone dying stage? Okay. I believe V. V could tell me she won and I'd be like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Alright, that was it for Marbles. Thanks everybody for playing. We're gonna hop back into the Sandbox Game Maker. So, yeah, I'm kind of... like, I could totally keep decorating this. One of the big things I need to do this week that I keep telling myself is I'm gonna be recreating these giant kind of columns, but with less faces. So we can see I have random faces here. And then there's also faces on the inside. Speaking of which, it actually looks kind of cool to stagger them like this. Anyway, I need to recreate these just to make like a perimeter so that I can save my game like 10,000 plus faces and still keep that kind of style. So I'm going to be working on that this week. I want to create like a swamp type setting. And I'm also going to have this kind of like tower that scales all around the outside. And then eventually you make your way to the boss fight up here, which I have some ideas for. I'm still kind of writing it all together. But more or less, like, this dragon is looking for a very rare artifact, or perhaps has a very rare artifact inside of him. And this is like his place of slumber. Ooh, thank you, Lucas. V, you haven't won in a while. Well, V, we'll change that. I'll just kick everybody next time. Man, my internet is cutting out again.
Internet problems. So, yeah, it looks like Vicarious is asking about the dragon, so I can show you guys what we made so far with the dragon. So if we were to go up and visit him, good old Cyrellus, I think that's his name, Silas. So if we approach him, this is what we set up like a couple weeks ago actually. He's asleep. One thing to note is when they made this asset, like these are the types of things I find when I'm using my assets in my games, or you know, assets I buy from people. There's usually like little minuscule details that go overlooked. So like his eye is actually open right now on the right side of his head, on the left side of his head I should say. So his right eye is closed. It looks like he's sleeping. But if you look at him from a different angle, we can see his eyes open on the opposite side. But the player will approach him, who'll be like, "Who disturbs my slumber?" I said, "Who disturbs my slumber?" And he'll wake up, he'll roar, and then I have him take off into the sky. He appears, phase 1 begins. He then spits fireballs up and into the air every couple seconds, and they land on the ground. And then after about a minute of this, I'll probably have like a timer on screen somewhere. It'll start the next phase. And the next phase, he's going to land on the ground. We have to fight him briefly. You know, we have a sword fight. And then phase 2, he'll appear over here, which I don't know if I set up yet. I remember trying it. But he'll spawn over here and he'll do like a line attack where it'll point one side of the map and then he'll like beam it across and the player has to jump over it. And then after like a minute of that, he'll finally fight down on the ground again, and that'll be like the last combat. Yeah, Tom, that's the problem. And hopefully, and this is, you know, fingers crossed moment, everybody, when 0.7 comes out, there's going to be more compatibility with animations. So I'm hoping that we're going to have a little bit more customization, so I don't need to essentially hide all of these dragons underneath the ground. So let me just show you my stash of dragons here. Neat. So I've hidden all of these dragons that I've been using for this final boss fight because I want the final boss fight to be epic. So I'm hiding these various versions of dragons that each have a unique animation. But yeah, overall, like I'm excited to keep building with this one. There's a couple assets I need to create. But I think for the rest of the stream, I'm going to be exploring game making stuff. I don't like how my internet is acting, because that can corrupt some files. I'm not saying it would, I'm saying it can, and it might, and I don't want to try. Vicarious 0.7 comes out Wednesday. Aren't you excited? So I'm gonna hop into the halfway home. Those poor dragons in prisons. Yeah, well, zombie. I mean, it's itself. Oh, Garnican. I like that question. So Garnican's asking about the size of a room. So there is actually something I wanted to explore, and you guys get to explore it with me. But in terms of the size of a room, so the camera does not clip. If you're using the adventure camera, we're going to take a look here at various room sizes, and maybe we can make that assessment. So I'm basically going to make like a one of those Russian doll like nesting rooms. So we'll keep building this incrementally until we get to a comfortable point. So this will be the last one. Do another 2 blocks high. Cool. So if we were to walk into this room, we can test our camera. I was making like a kind of like an idle scroller here. I'm probably just gonna delete all this because it was just for fun. But we can see with our camera, we start clipping, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish blocks high. Our camera is going to naturally clip on the wall, but it seems as though 10 blocks is also a bit limiting because the maximum zoom out is roughly, let's go ahead and count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would say 12 blocks high. That's going to be like your natural clipping pane for whatever scene you're making. So I wouldn't go any lower than 12. But, and we'll take another look. I'm going to go ahead and build this out. Speed build. So I'm basically demonstrating this cave as a way to, you know, find that happy place to put our top of the cave, you know? And honestly, like, having this be as tall as it is, while it might seem, you know, a little bit excessive, it gives the player more of a enjoyable experience because they don't get that claustrophobic feel. So I think that was a very, you know, good question to ask, because a lot of people immediately be like, oh, a cave, it's got to be small, you know? And then the player is like constantly clipping, like their camera can't go, like it's cutting on the wall. It just doesn't feel right. So now we can see how this looks. I'm just going to go ahead and delete all this because I don't need it in my game. Goodbye. Goodbye. It was a nice experiment. So now, when we walk into this cave, it gives us a lot more room to work with, I would say. And that is 12 blocks high. So that's what I would go with if I'm making like a closed cave type area. Could you please also show me how to put that QR code in there? Sure, Apex. So if you wanted to put a QR code in your game, you would use an NFT frame. So building an NFT frame has been very finicky for me lately. So you are welcome to find my profile on the Sandbox Marketplace, which I can link it, and you guys can use whatever assets you want from it. Do keep in mind that I have the right to remove these assets, and so that being said, you should always try to create your own or purchase your own, so that there doesn't come a time where it's like, oh, Halfd0rk decided to delete that. Now my game doesn't work. So it's always best to make your own in those certain situations. But if you guys wanted to go to my profile, is there a way I can just share it? Share my profile? Looks like it. So you can go here and then find the NFT frame. And I have a couple actually of certain different sizes. Write that down, write that down. Thanks, Kay. Hope you're doing well. Good morning to you. And so inside of this frame, we're going to take a quick look. I'm not going to make a QR code, but I also don't want you guys to go to a scam one. So, just to kind of walk you through it, on OpenSea, you can create your own NFT. So using, you know, your wallet, whatever you have linked to OpenSea, you'll create a QR code. So let's just hope nobody put up like a malicious QR code. These all, in my opinion, are going to be malicious. Yeah, I don't even see why I would want to look, to be honest. So, let's just assume I have a QR code. And that QR code is going to be represented by one of my images. We'll use Nikola Tesla here. So, once you have your OpenSea NFT on the marketplace, you can take that hyperlink. So I'll go ahead and copy this. Right click, copy. We'll go back into the game maker. And so with that OpenSea link, I can go to the components, add component. We'll do NFT image, asset image. So I'm clicking in that box, asset URL, and then I'm pasting that link. You'll validate it, continue. And then it'll be on the screen. You basically have to tweak these types of settings. So instead of original, we'll do fit to width. So then you have your QR code in the game. People will approach it. You can put a sign in front of it that says, hey, pull out your phone and scan this code so then you can check out my product online. Yeah, Keeper Top Shot. This is the Wide Eyes Aura. And so it's got 72 power. And then I also picked up the cape. And this is in preparation for the alpha. I made sure to get some heavy powered items. The cape only has 54, but I like the look of it. So this is like my current setup. Let's see. I picked up a shield. Green shield. We got the white eyes. And then I need some legs. I got Lulu Knight legs. Although I might pick up better legs. Funny enough, like all of these on this bottom section, these 3 rows here, these are all Touche assets that I do not own. And so I'm curious if these are going to show up in the alpha. Because I'll totally use them if they show up. Yeah, this is my superhero setup. I'm using a custom head, so the eyes don't really line up. It looks like I'm crying like tears of light. Ooh, Tears of Light. New band name, I'm calling it. Well, I'm glad I could help Apex Mick. Okay, so what I wanted to test, and this is going to be in my riddle game. So Gikus's project, that entire experience, gave me a lot of cool ideas that will be my next project after Iron Gauntlet. And after my project with O24K. So if you guys didn't know, I'm working with O24K to build an experience. And so the project that I want to kind of explore a little bit today is going to be riddle heavy, but the idea is going to be you're in a space station. And if you guys have ever played Among Us, that's kind of the feeling, the vibe I want to go for, where you're kind of doing remedial tasks, and every time you interact with one object, another one appears, or perhaps like a creature appears somewhere on the map, maybe even behind you. Another one. And so I want to explore a first-person camera. So this will be like my first-person camera game. So we're going to try camera, first person. And we're going to see what's comfortable with like walking around. And so what's going to help like start this entire process, Outer Studios is making a sci-fi kind of like wall modular set that I'm going to pick up. And it's got everything I need from like a sci-fi setting, so I can just build a map using that modular set. And I think that's going to help me a lot. What I wanted to do was remove all this equipment. And so then we're going to be exploring like a closed space. So we want to see what feels right. And I'm going to essentially make like a room and then like a corridor where when the player walks through it, like they'll notice like there's something new. And that'll spook them. We want to spook them. So you walk in, there's going to be things on the walls. You'll walk in, you'll be like, oh, look, there's a, like a database here. I gotta punch in my numbers. Beep boop bop boop, beep boop bop boop. You'll turn around, and then there's going to be like a ghost. Something stupid. Yeah, OG Shakespeare. That's exactly what I was mentioning. Yeah, Outer Studios, the sci-fi drop. I'm actually excited for that one. So, Tears of Light, the band name. OG knows what's up. Apex, I appreciate it. Was wondering if you ever make a video on how to make your own NFT image or QR code asset you'd watch. Well, Apex, there's a lot of ways to make your own QR code. I think YouTube, like you could just type that in, you'll find something. But more or less, a QR code is just a hyperlink. It's worth noting, everybody, we're in Web 3. There are malicious people out there that want to give you a QR code that sends you to the wrong address. Be very careful scanning QR codes in the sandbox. That's all I have to say. Fungus Amungus. System Shock 2, I've not, Garnican. What's that? Hodl. I know it's early for you. Aren't you on the West Coast, Hodl?
Write that down, write that down!
I'm excited to see it, OG Shakespeare. Overall, like I love the idea of modular assets, and so I'm very glad there's studios like Outer Studios that are making them for us creators. And that can be said for anybody out there. If anybody is interested in what a modular studio is, like a modular kit, I actually have a video that I'm going to see if I can pull up real quick and just share the link with you. But this video tells you a little bit about what a modular kind of kit does for you. We're not gonna watch it. It's
games will almost always feature these
it's a 4-minute
massive
video.
landscapes.
Okay, I said pause, please. Thank you. So this talks about modular set design. It's a very well done video. It's made by Stylized Station. So we won't go over too much of it. But he talks about, like, how do they make these gigantic worlds in these AAA games? Like, wouldn't that take a ton of memory, a lot of space? And he goes on to describe how modular design works and how these trees are given, like, these subtle designs through shading, through various implementation of, like, flowers and such. And it really creates, like, a unique experience because everywhere you go, it doesn't look the same. And even buildings, they're all kind of like stacked and staggered in ways that make them feel natural because they're not exactly the same. And so when you're walking around, like, even though these all look like different buildings, they're using the same pieces. And so it's a good watch, especially if that's something you're interested in. I gotta change this song. Too much hype. First-person shooter with horror RPG. That sounds fun, Garnican. The electronics. Yeah, I want that Pac-San modular pack. Gimme, gimme. So we'll have maybe like a upstairs kind of like area here. And this is all just for like testing. I want to feel out like a first-person experience. Let's try adding a door. thought I bought the sci-fi door. Did I put that on a different account? Might have. This door, by the way, doesn't work. Feels bad. This large space door that Sandbox made is completely broken. So I guess I'll show you, because it's actually super frustrating that this doesn't work. So if we were to approach this door, which I'll move my spawn point to be right next to it. The way they set it up was you approach it, you're supposed to be able to click it, and it opens, right? Well, I already clicked it. Let's make sure it has the door behavior. Okay, so by default, it does not have the door behavior. So we're going to put the door behavior on it. So now when I click it, I'm able to walk through it. So you can see why that might be a problem. So it's not actually opening. And in fact, the animations are on it. The animations, in fact, work. However, when they made this, I think they were testing things and then published it because the opening and closing animations just are not attached correctly. So let's, instead of using open and closing, I'm going to have open and close. And so again, when it's open, quote unquote,
Somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
it prevents you from colliding with it. So we have an open and close. However, when it's open and closing, it's just not even like literally playing the animations. And that's because when they published it, I think they forgot to like connect the animations correctly. So it's like there's only the closed one and the closing one. So there's no opening animation. And so that's kind of annoying. That's incredibly annoying. So like none of the opening animations work. So we'll never see this door open. We can only see it like briefly close, like that. So like every single animation. And I can further this complaint by bringing more out on the map here. And then I'm just going to give them all animated decorations. And we'll have a loop for science. So all these have animated decorations. There's 5 different animations. So first one, we're going to have the idle. Second one, we're going to have open. Then opening. And then close. And closing. So we'll enter the game. So the only animation that works is closing. And close, I suppose. So you can see how frustrating this might be for a new player to discover this asset and be like, wow, I can't wait to put this in my game. And then they spend 2-4 hours being like, why doesn't it work? Why am I so dumb? But all it is like the animations are broken. And instead of removing it, they're still in the game. Hi, Archer Flu, welcome in. Oh, Tom, that makes sense. Tom, I had to cheese that entire section because I didn't even think to look behind the walls. Yep, see, Paul Life made me Carotros, you guys had the same problem. What's up, Paul? Welcome in. Yeah, like, that blew my mind that, first of all, it's in the game. Second of all, it's been in the game this long. And third, like, they're not fixing it. Like, I don't know if anybody from Sandbox is watching, but that asset will push people away. That asset will confuse people, and it's just frustrating because it's useless. That door is literally useless. Because you can't even animate it to where it looks like it's opening. And it doesn't even look like a wall, it looks like a door you can interact with. So it's just, I don't know, that just frustrates me that Sandbox would allow that to continue. And that I found that out about that like 6 months ago, and it's still in the game. Who knows? Maybe they'll update it for this new patch. But I'm not going to assume. Instead, I'll have to make my own. Okay, so we're going to have some spooky stuff happen. We're going to remove this door. Instead, we'll put a different door. Let's put... sure. This is my door of air. I used this in my very first experience called Runeblade. It's a Runeblade had 4 different temples. Very inspired by like Zelda. If you guys are familiar with like Ocarina of Time. That's what my game Runeblade was very similar to. So what will happen is this door will open only when we interact with our computer. So we'll do computer.door. A couple things here. If we're opening a door from the computer, that would also mean it can close from the computer. So we want the door to open and then remain open. So I basically want this to be a one-time door. So we're going to have a toggle behavior. We're going to put on our door our air. I'll just tag it with air because it's the door of air. It'll be initially on, but we're going to have air off. Its own unique message that's going to be attached to a lamp. So I use what are called health components on these red lamps because it helps me visibly be like, oh, that's what that does. You know, like, oh, it's a red lamp. That means it's a health component. So I'm going to put this, you know, relatively close to our door. I'm going to give it a health component. And it's going to be destroyed. So it's a one-time asset. It'll remove it from my game. I'm going to instantly destroy it once we get that computer door message. And after a brief delay, it's going to send to my door of air, so air tag, air off. And then with my computer, when I interact with it, so I'm going to put a speaker, wait for message, interaction. So it's going to have a 0-second delay so I can spam the computer if I wanted to. The message being spoken will be computer.interact. And there's a reason why I do this. Because I like to separate my asker behaviors into a way that allows me to immediately start working with them. So I put all of my asker behaviors on separate lamps to the side. And for this example, we're going to have 2 different pages. We're going to have the asker on both of them. One thing to note about asker behaviors is they have health components by default because the game imagines you're putting them on an NPC. So I'm going to remove the health component. I'm also going to attach one to this and remove the health component. So when I talk to the computer, we sent out that first message, computer.interact. So that's going to start my first asker behavior. So we're talking with the computer. Computer says, "Hello, operator. How may I help you?" "Open the door." Leave. So if we say open the door, that will be computer dot page 2. And I'll put a period in between all of those words because that helps me to read it a little bit easier. That's true, Tom. There's a flag. Well, can we actually interact with assets that are in the default section? So, like, for example, Jet. Like, I don't think we can actually pull up Jet on the Sandbox website. I could be wrong. That's a good point, Tom. So I would have to publish this experience because I can't actually open up the NFT display. We can see here that my only options are inventory and options. So I can't actually open up the NFT scan. But if anybody knows about that. Cool. So we have our page 2 message. We're going to go back to our black lamp here. So we're talking to the computer. The computer is waiting for message 2. So do computer.page2. And he will say, which door do you require to be opened, my lord? My lord? Yeah, we'll have to do the, my lord. Air. We'll just make some choices here. Oh no, I don't know if I saved it. I hit tab, thinking it would go into the next page. It looks like it's saved. So air, fire, earth, water. With these powers combined, I'm the Avatar. And so, all of them won't do anything except for the air door. So we'll do air, which we want to be door, computer door. So again, how we set it up, the computer door is being received by both of these assets, one of which is opening the door. And then, this one is also receiving computer.door and closing the ability to open and close the door. So it's toggling off. Great. What else is missing? We want there to be a second version of our page 2. Hey, Foro, what's up, dude? Welcome in. Ooh, Keratro says, you knew that if you put collision and gravity on an object, delete it, and then press Ctrl-Z, you can have collision gravity in the edit mode? Ooh, Keratro, we should test that out. Because that's happened to me on accident, but it sounds like you've been able to recreate it. That's very cool. So I want to test that.
I love lamp.
Okay, so let us get a ball. For our ball here, we're going to give it...
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I have not tried turning it off again. We'll give it collisions of gravity, just move it around. Because this has happened to me before, and I was like, how? Like, why? So we'll delete it, Control-Z it. Oh, look at you! Well, that's cool, Keratros. So, is it permanent? Interesting. Okay, so the way I'm kind of understanding this is it's still going to be, 2 feet in the air as an asset. The ball itself, is kickable, but okay, it remains there. But now I'm going to try it with Keratros' trick. It actually moved. That's not a good thing. So I had it 2 feet up in the air, and now every time I click it, it actually resets the origin point. So now the origin point is not saving correctly. That's very neat, very nifty. So I'm going to put collisions back on it, and it actually resets the origin point whenever it falls. But it saves it after you, of course, reset it. Interesting. That's crazy. Took you a while to understand. Toggles on by itself. Oh yeah, Paul. Didn't he do that recently? I showed up a little bit late to that stream, and I wanted to point out like the door behavior. Kind of solves a lot of that. Because if you have a door behavior, you're able to animate an asset, and you can even have like a toggle on it where it's looping. So we might take a look at that if we have time today. But I wanted to finish this little kind of setting. Cool. So we have our page 2, which occurs once we... Why is it not saving? It didn't save any of it. If you guys recall, I did the fire, air, earth, and water. It didn't save any of that. I put it all on this lamp too. Uh-oh. Wait, now it's back. What happened? Okay. I'll take it. Oh, there's 2 of them here. What the heck? Well, that explains a lot. Okay. So, we're going to have computer say, the door is already open, my lord. Game Maker has a case of the Mondays. Cool. So we're going to have a toggle behavior for this. It's going to be air. And it's going to turn on with air off. And so I had to tag it because we have a health component that is only speaking to the air tag. And this second one, we can also have the toggle, or we can remove it. I would argue that removing it is better, because you're technically removing 6 faces, or however many faces, as well as logic, so anything going on behind the background. So by removing it, aka with the health component, you're actually giving your game a little bit more breathing room. And these messages are a little bit difficult to understand, but I hope like you get the idea at least. And you always want to tag your assets. So, if we interact with this computer, it's sending out that interaction message. I personally like to associate my interact messages with the target that I'm interacting with, but then it's sending that interaction to a secondary object, which is this, my lamps. So this lamp is receiving that interaction, and when it does, so computer.interact, it's allowing me to talk to the computer, and the computer says, hello, how may I help you? Open the door, or leave. So if I hit leave, nothing happens. But if I say open the door, it goes to computer.page2. We can see computer.page2 is this one here. We do not want a health component. Oh wait, yes we do. Luckily you can control Z if you delete a component. I don't know if you guys knew this. If you delete a behavior or component, you can control Z while you're still clicked in it. So I actually want to test this. So if I click off of it, and I don't move anything, nothing like that, I'll control Z. It did add it again. So keep that in mind. If you accidentally delete a component, you can control Z it and bring it back. So I talk to the computer, we get to the page 2. Page 2, it's like, which door would you want opened, my lord? Fire, air, earth, and water. So the 3 of them do nothing, but the air message will open our door, and it's going to be received by this message here. So first things first, it's going to open our door. When it opens, it plays the animation, but then we can see there is a toggle, so it's going to turn off so the door can no longer be opened by any means once it receives the air.off message, which is going to anything with the tag air. So I've tagged the door with air, I've tagged this page 2 with air, and I've tagged this page with air. The last thing I need to change is the computer.interact, which we want with page 2. And so this one's turning on, this one's turning off. So my askers are basically switching. So it means I can have like this stemming dialogue. And this is something we're going to cover more in depth on Sandstorm tomorrow. So I'm covering for Dizzy. I think he's unavailable tomorrow, so I'm going to be doing some more Game Maker basics. If you guys have questions, I would love to get them tomorrow or today. Like I can write them down for our session tomorrow. And then Wednesday,
hopefully my internet is working properly, because we're going to be visiting the alpha, and that might be fun. And yeah, thank you, Polycartros. You guys are my fellow game makers. So any suggestions you have as well go a long way. I know a lot of you have worked in the game maker, so anything that you think beginners might want to learn will help us a lot. So let's go ahead and test this out. So we walk up, we talk to our computer. Computer says, "Hello, operator. How may I help you?" "Open the door." "Which door do you need to be open, my lord?" "Air." So it opens. We have now opened the door, and we remove that, it'll be invisible, you can't see it. But we've removed that kind of decoy at the top, and we also saw that it removed this page too. So now if I talk to this computer again, it'll tell me, oh, the door's already open. And then I can continue with whatever puzzle. And so maybe at this point we'll spawn something behind us. Because I want to go with like Among Us kind of vibes, so we'll see what happens. But generally speaking, having these large kind of open corridors will help with your experience as well. Cool. Keeper Top Shot, thank you so much. Have yourself a fantastic night. Thanks for hanging out, Keeper. Frederick, I'm excited to dive into learning the new Game Maker update. Me too, dude. It's been a long time coming. We literally haven't gotten an update since like January, and even then they took away things, and we're all like, hey, how come we can't multi-select anymore? The people behind Game Maker is like, oh, you'll be fine. Ooh, fantastic escape room artist. If you have any suggestions as well, I too want to make tutorials. So if anybody wants to see something myself or escape room artist can help by creating and sharing with you all, as a way to, teach off stream. Because I know I teach on stream, and these are, live chat rooms. But at the same time, like, you guys want resources. And so I'm not going to hold it against you if you don't want to learn in real time, but instead on your own time. So, that's it for our tests for today. I think I'm going to get some work done offline. But thank you all for watching. I think I'm going to wrap it up. This is a good stopping point. We'll see if anybody is currently live. In the next stream, I'd like to know some creative ways to use the rarity component. Yes, I am all about it. Paul, yeah, before we go, I'll actually share my favorite use for the rarity component. And I say favorite, but it's more or less the next time I use it, this is what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to use a checkpoint system. Think of it like save stones. So if you're playing an RPG, which, Paul, I know you like RPGs. Paul here, if you guys didn't know, has his own RPG in the Game Maker that you can play right now, which... So Paul, if you have something, like in terms of like page number or name to help us find your game. But we're going to have a stone. Do I have any stones? Yeah, this will work. So think of this as like... Oh, it's too large. Okay, with the bits. Thanks, bro. I want like a save stone. Sure, this will work. So, Touche's save stone. It's going to be approachable. It has an interaction. So, when I interact with it, it's going to bind my checkpoint. So, we're just going to use a message for now. Checkpoint found. We'll do found. But before I approach it and interact with it, there's going to be a tall, invisible rarity component that I could see from like a mile away. So this is going to be my use for a rarity component in my Iron Gauntlet game. So I just wanted to like show it, also see how it looks. But I'm basically going to make a long, probably 256 tall, so Y-axis asset that is like a beacon of light. And so the rarity component is going to be the entire length of the asset. And so we can see it's like, oh wow, that's a interactable object. I'll go talk to it.
and then that would delete it by interaction. So I would give it like a plant behavior. And this is obviously me just kind of going on a tangent at this point. So checkpoint.found. Go ahead and remove the first person. But when I talk to this checkpoint, it would do that whole series. So checkpoint.found. Font. So we can see that long, like, pillar of light that represents an interactive object. I would walk up to it, and boom, checkpoint found. So that's one way to use a rarity component that I found that I want to use. And keep in mind, guys, whatever ideas you find, they are inspiration. If I give them to you, it does not matter. It's yours, and you make it yours. So you make it customized to your experience. You obviously could just copy what I'm doing, but at the same time, you're going to want to explore, you know, how does this make my game better? How can I add this to my game? How can I, you know, take what Halfd0rk showed and then, you know, improve on it, or perhaps customize it? Maybe instead of this white color, I could use like an epic, and I prefer purple, you know? So everything I do on stream, don't feel bad about putting in your own games, because that's what this is all about. You know, like, we're sharing this communal knowledge. We're all here together. But thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks Frederick, Tom, V, Nervex, Hollow Hill, Escape Room Artist, Sparky Snickle, O24K, Wet Noodle, Apex Mick. Of course, Nervex, and I'm glad you're experimenting too. Nervex was one of my primo voxel artists for this Game Jam, so I'm glad I got to share that experience with you. For free. So Pix and Vox is live, but he's basically been showing off a new... Is he actually live though? Or is he just doing his testing again? If he's live, we'll go hang out with him. He's been working on a interactive, like, feeding simulator. Thanks, Frederick. Yes, Carotros, the riddle is over. So I do think the... Yeah, Pix and Vox, I don't think he's actually live. He's got his rig set up. So we're just ending. Thanks all. Somebody did win, Carotros, yes. I don't recall his name. But it was a good contest. I got stuck on one of the last riddles, but I enjoyed it. I did indeed. Okay, bye.